If you're looking to borrow money and have, shall we say, damaged credit, you might have come across TBO Bank. People with poor or bad credit rarely qualify for loans from a bank. So it might seem too good to be true that TBO Bank says that they lend to people with subprime credit. But there's a lot you need to know about TBO Bank before you accept one of their loans. The first thing is knowing who they are. TBO Bank is a new name for the Bank of Oric in Missouri. The bank has a single location. They've been around for over 100 years, but has undergone two changes in ownership since 2022. They used to lend under the brand named Atlas Personal Finance and also offered a line of credit product called Vault. I believe they are currently only offering products under the TBO Bank brand at this point. They make a real point of saying that their loans are good for people who are looking for an alternative to payday loans, but they don't disclose on their website how much they lend, at what terms, and at what APR. I did a bit of digging though. I believe that they offer loans as small as a few $100s up to $4,000. And their terms range from 6 to 36 months. But how expensive are their loans? When you think of a bank loan, you might think of APRs that would be below 20%, but that is most definitely not the case for a TBO Bank personal loan. The lowest APR that I have seen from their loans is 110%, but I don't think that's what they offer most of their applicants. My research suggests that their average APR is probably between 200% and 300%, and their top interest rate could go as high as 700%. Many customers complain that it is not easy to see what interest rate that TBO Bank is offering you until after you've received a formal offer. Some complain that it wasn't even clear to them until after they took the loan. So when you apply, you need to be very clear about what interest rate they are offering you before you actually accept the loan terms. Obviously, it may be very hard to afford a loan with an interest rate that high, regardless of how much you borrow. The interest accrues so much that you might not make a meaningful dent in your principal for months. When you are considering whether you can fit the payments into your monthly budget, you need to be very clear about how often you need to make a payment. I believe that most of their loans will require you to make payments twice a month, but I have seen some examples of people who needed to make weekly loan payments. You might look at a payment amount and think that that is doable in your budget, only to be unpleasantly surprised to find that they are taking that amount out of your bank twice a month, or even every single week. While there are no origination fees on an installment loan from TBO Bank, they will charge late fees, NSF fees, and return payment fees. So if you struggle to make a payment, it could get very expensive. In one case, I saw that they were willing to work with a customer who was struggling to make their payment. They lowered the amount that the customer needed to pay for that payment, but only later did the customer discover that they only lowered the interest expense, leaving the principal amount the same. The interest continued to accrue. When interest rates are this high, being late on a payment can make it nearly impossible to catch up on paying the interest, much less paying down the principal. If you have damaged credit, you have to worry about who will approve you for a loan as well as what interest rate they will offer you. It isn't good enough to just find a single lender. You need to shop around to make sure you're getting the best deal that you can in your situation. Doing that can save you thousands of dollars. At the Yukon Project, we've tried to make shopping around easy. If you visit our lending marketplace page, you can apply to any one of our featured lenders. Behind the scenes, we will check your rate with up to 40 other lenders. Our partners use a soft credit check, so applying won't hurt your credit score. We will show you all of your approved offers so you can be confident that you're getting the best loan you can qualify for in your situation. If you are going to go with a personal loan from TBO Bank, you need to make sure that you can pay the loan off in just a few weeks. Holding one of their loans for any longer than that could create significant financial hardship. Borrow as little as you can and pay the loan off as quickly as you can. And if possible, find a solution to your current financial issue that would be less expensive. Consider a loan with a lower interest rate, borrowing from family or friends, or negotiating delayed payments on some of your other bills. If you have any direct experience with TBO Bank, leave a comment below and tell us about it. What you say could help others decide whether to take out one of their loans. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us out, and we appreciate it. Thanks for watching.